Ultimately, what Facebook wants to do when people are swiping through is they want your ad to blend in with the normal content that people are posting.
They don't care about what you're putting out as long as it's not getting complaints. It's a user platform first. So everything you got to understand when you think about it, how am I going to serve Facebook's users the best?
We learned from Kevin is, YouTube advertising, which what's really good about that is there's a skill gap to get on YouTube. You can get on Facebook in 15 minutes. You go to Canva, type in Facebook ad, get a pre-made gorgeous canvas and say, okay, my headline goes here, save, run ad target to these people, you're up in 15 minutes. YouTube's not that easy because a video needs to be created, a script, it has to be performed. You don't want bad lighting. You don't want to be going, And so a quality YouTube video is difficult to make because of the skill gap, but that also means there's less people doing it. A lot less people doing it. I talk to my marketing friends all the time. 1 in 20 is doing Facebook advertising. So that means in your niche, it's 20 times easier to get in front of somebody on Facebook just by that math. So you go through, Kevin's courses and come on when he's doing training, and you're going to learn stuff to be able to be like, wow, that's not difficult. And Bill, as you're showing, you could create an ad using AI, image generation, take that image, pop it into some Pika Labs, animation thing.
There's a lesson on my channel that shows them in 10 minutes how to do the whole thing.
Exactly, right. Yeah, so there's no excuses anymore. So the whole thing about, well, I don't feel comfortable on video. You don't have to. Nobody said it has to be your voice. Who said it has to be your voice? There's voices in 11 labs that you can just, that sounds so perfect. It's great. And there's no myth out there if we're going to bust it. Google doesn't like AI. It's like Google can't be in the AI business and telling you to use their AI tools, but then not use it for SEO. And so at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is it quality content. If you're not just letting the AI make something that you're not reading, as long as you're going in there, trying, rewrite this sentence, make it smaller, make it better, and then, tightening it up. And we give all of these, we give Groove.ai is included. Bill, you have your PushButton AI, and with the tools that you have and we have, and the prompts that Jesse and Kevin and Jacob are giving in there, it just makes it so much easier now to get up and running.
The difference from a year ago to now is enormous. I think it levels the playing field for a newer entrepreneur. I really think it does.
Yeah, I think it was Jesse that said it the other day that we're about 6 to 9 months away from the interface from Google and YouTube just completely changing. You're going to have a tab that's going to say something like legacy version, and that's going to be what we have. And then it's going to be like, whatever they're going to call it. And when you go there, it's literally going to be like how you make a video within video. Now, you're just going to say, I want a Facebook campaign that's targeted to these people, blah, 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 and it's going to go, it's going to create all the ads for you, the images, the text on the ads, the headlines, and every single thing. It's going to find the audience and it'll make the ads. I guarantee you that's coming before we hit 2025. You still need to understand all the other fundamentals, right? That's one fundamental law might get easier, the ad creatives and the targeting. But then understanding the rest of the stuff in the traffic syndicate is just going to keep getting easier and easier.
Wow. Well, that really will level the playing field, because I know all of us ad nerds that like to get into all the little settings that you can, let's try this setting. And then back in, when we used to tinker with audiences so much in Facebook.
AI is going to do it all for us. For us. It's going to be back there finding split tests, calling winners, and then starting a new split test. It's all coming.
Yeah, just so you understand where it's already at is you can't even choose your interests in the targeting. And that was one of the main things. Like, I want to target people that like Tony Robbins and they like going to live events, or they like Brendon Burchard, Tony Robbins, and Russell Brunson. I used to be able to target that, but now you can't. And it's because Facebook wants to be able to choose who they put your ad in front of. They don't want you to pick it because you might put it in front of the wrong people. So they're like, oh no, our AI knows exactly who this copy and this creative is for, and I'm gonna stick it in front of them and you're not gonna be able to pick, because it's a user platform. If you understand that Facebook, all they care about is their users, and you create content for their users to get more value from that and keep people on the platform, but also get into your sequence and buy from you, if you can accomplish both, entertain them, keep them on the platform, and love the content and the product that you're providing, now you're going to get a better price, you're going to have success. So you have to understand the platform that you're going after in marketing.
I think it's a good point too, because I think so many people have the business attitude of like, well, we're advertisers, we're spending money, we pay the bills, Facebook should like respect us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't care about, not only do they not care about us, I get the feeling they just don't like us, in fact. You know, all these entrepreneurs and marketers.
I'll joke about it. Ready? Here's the joke. We're so good at what we do, we get people to leave the platform.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day,
they don't like us. You're right.
Well, if you notice, like what started happening, did you see that, like, you know, years back, you know, an ad would come up on Instagram or Facebook, and you would click, and it would immediately take you to the website. And now you're noticing when you click, it slides the website into the, you know, right into the offer, because they as much as they want you as an advertiser to be successful, for you to be successful, the person has to get off the platform. What they'd really like to do is keep showing ads to more people. So they want to show ads. They want you to be successful, but showing one successful ad and then you go and watch a 3-hour, you know, webinar replay, it's not helping Facebook. So at the end of the day, Jesse, like you said, if you say, I want to see Russell Brunson and Frank Kern, well, you know, to us that might be, you know, well, Russell Brunson has a big audience and so does Frank Kern. To Facebook, they may be like, you're pigeonholing us by saying only show to these people or like audiences. We know better than you, and we want to be able to show your ad to a bigger audience. And so, like you said, they can actually do better now for us than the containment that we would like to use, because that would limit how long it would take them to spend our money.
Like you were saying, Jesse, I think the other thing to really focus in on, and I need to remind myself of this, is that Facebook, they only care about the users, because I think they're deathly afraid of losing their user base, right? Of it by attrition. Right. You know, slowly as people jump off of Facebook and stop using it over time. And I know even some of the younger generation now is not using it much. And I think they're deathly afraid of that. So if we as advertisers are going to come on and make the experience where it's not enjoyable, they don't like the ads they're seeing, they get frustrated by an ad they clicked on, Facebook is going to do everything possible to prevent that.
The biggest rule when somebody gets their ad account shut down, they're like, well, I got my ad account shut down because I violated Facebook's policies. Yes, sometimes. A lot of the time, you just got a lot of complaints. They don't care about what you're putting out as long as it's not getting complaints. If it starts getting complaints, it's a user platform first. So everything you got to understand when you think about it, think it's a user platform. How am I going to serve Facebook's users the best?
Let me explain that, Jesse, to the point where how many times have you been on with somebody and they're trying to tell you that they got shut down, and they'll show you the creatives or something, go, here are their guidelines. It says we can't do this, we didn't do that. We're not doing guns. We're not doing anything like this. We're not doing drugs, you know, and pharmaceuticals and supplements. We went through their guidelines. We're not breaking their guidelines. And we even spoke with Facebook and we said, hey, you know, can you explain to us what we did wrong? And Jesse, you just said it. It's not that you did anything specifically wrong in the guidelines. Your ads were annoying to people, and they were reporting as spam and abuse. And so even a quality ad, if it's not in the spirit of the platform, is not going to work. Ultimately, what Facebook wants to do when people are swiping through, or TikTok or Instagram, is they want your ad to blend in with the normal content that people are posting. So the more that your ad or your ads can look less spammy and like actual content, right? Like, so think of what somebody might post, right? You know, like it's like a breakfast, you know, in a smiley face or something like that. If you can do, you know, the bacon smiley face with the eggs and find a way to turn that into an ad, what you're going to see is a lot of people are going to just think that was traditional content. Mm-hmm. And the right audience is going to be like, oh, that's an interesting thing. Let me click on. And it didn't disrupt the platform. It didn't have, you know, basically, you know, save 50% and boom, spam. You know, it's just people don't want to see that, and they might report it even though it followed all the guidelines.
even if they just hide your ad frequently and not like reporting it as spam, that'll nuke you too.
I think one of the biggest things, and I talked about it before, is creating good content. Like being a content creator and an ad runner is an important thing, because you're practicing the thing that Facebook values the most, which is trying to create a viral video. And then a lot of times you can turn that into an ad once you see what's working. And another idea that sparked from what you were talking about, Mike, was like the Harmon Brothers type ads, or like Dollar Shave Club. Like people have created billion-dollar brands. Like I know a guy, I ran their ads for a while for the Dr. Squatch soap, which he uses the same type of ad as the Dollar Shave Club, Harmon Brothers. And that's what created these billion-dollar companies. We got like Liquid Death, the water company. It's called Liquid Death. It's water. Like creating a concept and a brand, and creating interesting, funny content where you can do certain things that are within the viral video components. Like they do like a water test, right? So they do like the most viral like YouTube videos are doing a blind test where they go interview people, ask them the same question, see what they say. You see what the most viral content is, take that as an idea, go and then script it out, create a storyboard, and create an ad. It not only is it fun, but it's fun for the people on the other end. The results are going to be better. It does take more work to do that versus just scripting something out and standing in front of a whiteboard or just talking. But if you want to do really good ads, you either spend the time and energy up front, or you pay on the back end because you're going to pay Mark Zuckerberg more money. So yeah, I would rather probably spend the time up front, storyboard it out, come up with a good viral strategy. And I recommend practicing with organic content, because a lot of times your best organic content is going to become your ad with just a call to action added to the end of it,
Yeah, I think that is the best. The best ads are content-based ads as opposed to just a direct sales pitch. That's what I find in our stuff too.
Let me give one last tip here, Bill.
Yeah.
That we got from Rich Scheffrin's Steal Our Winners, and it was buried in there, and Donnie watched one of the episodes and applied it. Donnie runs Performance Golf. They do about $150 million a year. I don't know how much they spend on ads, but like it's tens of millions of dollars a year. And they put this in and then went back and looked at it a year later. And 64 out of 68 of their ads that they were able to scale, they have had other ads that work, but the ads that were able to scale followed this formula. And it was, I apologize, I don't remember the person, otherwise I'd give them credit. I just don't remember the person that did that episode with Rich Scheffrin. But the premise was called tease versus taste. And so the teasing ads only worked 4 out of 68 times that were able to scale. The taste were the ones that 64 out of 68 were able to scale. And so what is the difference? I'll give you the wrong way. The ones that didn't scale as much. And this is usually your hand goes over skip ad, and we click skip ad when this happens. And it's such the logical way that we do ads, and it goes like this. And I'll even make fun of something that I told everybody to do before, right? So this is the wrong ad. You're on Facebook, you're on YouTube, and this happens, and you've got your hand over the skip ad button. In the next 60 seconds, I'm going to show you the 12 fundamental laws of a no-fail traffic campaign. Hi, I'm Mike Filsaime, and I'm up. Skip ad. Skip ad, skip ad, skip ad, skip ad. We really think, well, then how else would we do an ad? So let's tone it down. In the next 60 seconds, I'm going to show you that it doesn't matter. Did you know that there are 12? Skip, 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 skip. So then what actually works? And so it's taste. It's no tease, get right to the content. So I'm going to just move this little chair out of the way, and I can see I'm still in the camera. I put this here so you can still hear me. And imagine there was a whiteboard here, and it says the 12 fundamental laws on it. And it's like you walked into the room with the best part of the training. Thanks, Mike. And so just imagine that the training was just like this. I don't even say hi. I don't say anything. The video just starts with, and I'll use something that's probably going to get somebody hooked. So this is what we did, and I'll pretend I'm writing here so that the microphone is here. And now I'm writing on a whiteboard with my back to the camera. This is what we did to go from 1,000 subscribers in 6 months to 300,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel in 6 months. The first thing we did, and jumping right into the content. And what's happened, and Donnie did this with golf, instead of saying, do you suffer from a slice? Do you know that what they basically did was just walk somebody up and say, take a look at what we're doing right now. I'm going to show you what I do with my hands in just a minute. Hit. Perfect shot. So what we did there, and so there's no promise, it's just jumping right into the content. And so it's called taste creatives. And by doing that, the people are not, they're so used to, it's like the person in Vegas, like slapping the tickets while you walk by. Hey, I'm not interested in that comedy club. And we're so used to saying no and putting the Heisman hand out. We're conditioned for somebody to be, did you know, and all that. So if you just have a little bit more subtle advertising hook.
I could tell you, Mike, just in listening, the difference in how I felt listening to those two pitches, right? Well, one very closed off and wanting to resist the message, right? That's the sales resistance kicking. The other one is like, oh, what's he talking about? It's like a whole different, just from, I mean, I'm not a prospect. I'm just watching you now. I could feel a difference in myself between those two approaches.
Yeah, and it goes back to something Andy Jenkins and I say that because we were just teaching this at our last mastermind, and Donnie said something, and I said, Donnie, like the words that you just said can be used with these three words that me and Andy used to say. It's teach, transform, transact, not tease, teach, transform, transact. What the replay that you're sending people to, it's following that same thing. We teach first, they learn from Jesse, Jacob, and Peter. And when we teach, a lot of things happen. I like these people, we get credibility, what people see. And once you teach for free, people have a transformation and they go, the same way you did, Bill watching that, saying, hey, I picked up something I can put in. Once people have that little aha moment, that's the transformation. And that's when you've earned the right to transact. So ads should be teach, transform, transact.
So for those of you who are not yet a PushButton AI customer, then you need to check this out. And all you need to do is go to pushbutton.ai/demo, pushbutton.ai/demo, and you can get a live one-on-one appointment to get on Zoom and see this powerful technology in action. And with PushButton AI, it will build an entire business from bottom to top. Everything you need, from your domain name to your logo to videos to audio lessons, an entire course that you can sell as your own, a 30-day email sequence that it writes. You can send a daily email for 30 days, all written by AI, and a whole lot more. It writes your sales page. If you're not sure how to write an expert sales page to convince people to buy stuff, it writes it for you. It writes a free report that you can give away to get subscribers to your list. It even creates and writes the opt-in subscription page to get people to subscribe to get the free report. And it goes on and on and on. It even writes your first 10 blog posts for you, and it can do so much more. Social media posts, ads, all of these things are done, and all you have to do is answer a couple of questions and push a button. Now, PushButton AI is not available to the public at the time of recording this video. And the only way to get in is by invite to our behind-the-scenes beta access. And during your live demo, we'll show you the technology. We'll actually work with you to actually map out an entire course that you could sell as your own. We'll outline the course with you together on the one-on-one Zoom call. And then if you so decide, if you're a good fit, you can come in, join our PushButton AI beta program, and be in business with that very course by the next day. Go to pushbutton.ai/demo to figure out if this powerful technology is right for you. You can register there. You'll book an appointment in the calendar. Be sure you show up. Our team will be very excited to meet you and show you how the tech works, outline your new course for you, and hopefully it's a fit and we can work together to launch your next business.